Today's episode is for the procrastinators, and I'm one of them. Those of us who know what we need to do, know when we need to do it, and yet somehow find about 12 other things to do up until the last minute. There's a reason it happens, and there's a way you can help yourself, really. Hi, friends. I'm Kristin Graham, and this is Fewer Things Better. Little brain science, a little word nerd. And each week I pull insights from neuroscience, behavioral psychology, and habits. Think of it as headlines and highlights without all the homework. So procrastination, that's a personal one for me this week. You see, I teach productivity in workshops. I talk about neuroscience in keynotes. And I've done a lot of research on distraction and attention and all the everyday habits. And yet this weekend, you would have found me hunched over the computer, working furiously on slides that I could have finished weeks ago and having all those not so friendly feelings about myself. Have you ever done this? When you're in the middle of your own grind, somebody walks in the room or tries to talk to you and you're all annoyed. Like, can't you see I'm busy with something I should have done a month ago? That was me a little bit. And by mid-afternoon, I felt it. I was completely cooked. So I went for a walk with my dog. And there I was in the summer sunshine. I didn't have my headphones on. I wasn't listening to anything. I was just not doing something, not thinking. And by the time I came back from that walk, I had the entire presentation sorted out in my head. The answers finally came to me that I was seeking so hard through my keyboard. Plus, I figured out what shoes I was going to wear on stage, so that was equally important. The point here is that in fighting my brain, I was working against what I already knew. When we stop trying so hard to solve the thing, we allow there to be room for the default mode network to come forward. And that's the system within our brain that will activate and bring forward ideas and creativity and problem solving. We need to just stop long enough to let it have a turn. I didn't need to stare at my computer harder. I needed to get away from my computer. But it doesn't feel like that in the moment. And I know I'm not the only one that does that. Sometimes the best thing you can do to get better results is to work a little less at trying to get those results. Let your brain have recess. Now, it's important to note here that recess is when you're doing fewer things. This is not the time to go to Costco and navigate parking and go down the whole list and maybe go sample this thing because now you're doing more decision making. This is the time to make time to take space because it's in that space that your brain finally has a chance to stop doing and to start thinking. There's an old adage that says we teach what we most need to learn. And clearly, I am learning a lot as I'm trying to teach about this space. And that's okay, because we can know better and still find ourselves back there. That's the human part of us. What's important is that when we find ourselves in that burn, and we will, we also take that pause to say, this will still be here when I come back, but I'm going to take a little recess and see if something else comes along. In the days ahead for you, I hope you find some of the space, certainly find some creative problem solving, and hopefully find a little fun and fresh air along the way, because that's good for the whole brain and the body.